Hi, folks, and welcome back to A Case of Distrust. We're headed back to Stable's barbershop to ask a little bit more about Mrs. Green, because we need to, in some way, disprove that she loved Green in the first place.
Yeah.
And also figure out what her location was on the night of her husband's murder.
Yeah, we also know that Carter clearly has information that Stable needed.
Yep.
So we need to figure out what that information is.
So let's ask about Green first, or Ms. Green first. So Fanny wasn't in the pool hall at midnight? No, this one, yes.
Cool. Ella Smith tells me little Fanny wasn't in the billiards room at midnight. I put to him.
I remember her being there at the very beginning and end of the night, but I cannot keep track of everyone at every time. If Ella seems sure, I have no reason to doubt her.
I'm gonna actually say Ella is Chinese because that would have been a special occurrence for her singing lead, and I want to see if you know.
Nope.
Worth a shot.
Okay. Let's see. Maybe.
Singer at the Tin Spoon?
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah. Should have said
nope. Okay. Well, that didn't work out the way I expected it to.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's anything else.
Let's see. Maybe for Tiny Paul? Let's go down to Tiny Paul's. Got others watching Green, maybe? Or thinks the wine is legitimate. One or the other.
I mean, I don't think he has much to do with the bootlegging scheme. Yeah.
No, he doesn't, but he works there, so I'm just trying to see if he could potentially know anything.
Are there any other statements specifically about bootlegging happening at the Tin Spoon? We can say Green suspected Stable.
Okay, might as well try.
Nah,
nope.
Dealings. Okay. Do you want to show him the gun?
No, not the gun. No. Go down to the bottom. Just want to see what we've.
Betting house.
I mean, he knew about the racetrack. But
exactly, seeing if he gambles with Stable, maybe?
Yeah, also, maybe Paul wasn't there. See where Tiny Paul is?
Paul wasn't there.
Yeah, if you can give us a lead. Nope. Shoot. Nope. Okay. Let's leave him be then.
Okay. I might in a second want to go stop by Frankie.
Okay.
Show Frankie the gun.
And see if he can find information on it?
Yeah. I still think Frankie might be the villain.
I like that idea. I don't know why that would be the case. That Stable's
it makes no sense. Yeah.
But we can go back and talk to Ella and ask her about Miss Green's relationship with her husband.
Did we not do that at first?
We did a bit of it, but
let's go to some coffee real quick.
All right, let's show the gun. That's fair. Go here.
Just show him the gun and talk about the motives or the 3 objectives.
Yeah.
And then we can go
fair. I think that's a good call.
Bring my legs down real quick. Oh. Ooh, those are stiff. Okay. Don't. My eyes leaned on the window until we arrived. Here we are.
There we go. Hey, Frankie.
Sup, dude? How you doing, bruh?
Do we look like we got hit by a car? Because we did.
Wow, was that glass in your arm?
You know, you're the first to mention it,
Has no one
Frankie.
gotten that out yet?
God!
I sat down at the bar and summarized my night for Frankie, including what Shipman had told me this morning. Frankie's eyebrow, cool. He shook his head in disbelief as I finished the story.
This is some case. So, you think you'll go through with it?
I told him I thought I would. He sighed.
I don't know, Malone. These Egan rats sound dangerous. You should, you sure you know what you're doing?
I answered with a stern look.
Well, alright. Just let me know if I can help it with anything.
Yeah, so here's a gun.
Yeah. Did we? I guess they didn't have fingerprinting, so it doesn't really matter.
I found this gun on Stable's racetrack grounds, I said to Frankie. He raised his brows in amazement.
So you think, that could be the murder weapon? That could point to Stable as the killer.
I nodded, but still needed more information.
Got anything else?
Frankie ended. Let's grab notes.
Means.
Green was killed with an automatic pistol, I said to Frankie.
Right, you caught me up on that.
He replied.
So you need to find the weapon and place it in someone's hand. You won't have an easy go of it, though. Be careful, these mob guys can be dangerous.
I agreed.
What else do you want to talk about?
So means we're doing well on.
Yeah, we have the gun, but we don't have the hand.
Yeah, let's talk about opportunity. Green was killed outside the Tin Spoon, I said to Frankie.
Right, you caught me up on that.
He replied.
Now you just have to discover who was near the speakeasy that night. I'm not sure, you should be getting so close to the mob dealings.
I can handle my own, Frankie, I told him.
That's good to hear. What else? Okay.
So this isn't really helping that
No.
much. I have to find a reason for someone wanting Green dead, I said to Frankie.
If he's part of Egan Rats, that might be reason enough for someone to bump him. Malone, be careful. They're notorious out east.
Okay.
If they're here now... Okay, yeah, I don't think this worked. Let's go back to... Well, first, click on that. I want to see what's on the... Yeah, what is that?
This? A yellow newspaper was flopped on the counter. It was the sports section dated June 1st, 1887. It read, Browns continue dominant play, ending May with a 21-2 record after a Herculean 2-game throw on the same day by pitcher Conway.
That's a weird thing to have on your desk, Frankie.
He likes baseball.
Yeah, but that's from, like...
Gina, he likes baseball.
I guess.
Tin
Tin spoon.
Tin spoon.
Tin spoon.
Here's a tin spoon.
Okay, so our job right now is to place everybody who is at the tin spoon and figure out if there's really a an alibi for everybody that was inside.
Ella's here, right?
Yeah.
Alright, let's chat. Hello.
Ask about notes.
Let's do it.
Let's see. We could ask about the card game. Cards on the table.
Yeah. Let's see if she knows.
Also ask where Tiny Paul is.
Those cards you're fiddling with, I said. Are they the same ones that the boys were playing with last night? She said they were.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Where's
Glad-
Tiny Paul? Evidence. Tell me where the Tiny Paul is.
Hey, Tiny Paul. Whamp. Where's Tiny Paul, I asked. I need to see him.
Paul is likely as tired as I am. After the band finished downstairs, we all came up to play poker. Paul and the boys were at it the entire night, so I assume he's at home.
I asked if she knew where Paul's home was, but she shook her head.
No, Paul and I aren't close.
Contradict.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got that info.
Yo, 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 yo. We caught you. Who said that? Was it Ray?
Ella flinks herself at Paul. There we go.
Boom! That's not what Ray Carter says, I posed to her. She stammered a little. Why did you lie to me, Miss Smith? Smith squinted at me hotly, then let out a sigh.
Okay, he's right.
She blurted.
I'm in love with Paul. That's no crime.
It was obvious she'd wanted to hide the relationship. If the two of them ever broke it off, her career would be doomed. I empathized with her.
Sure.
I empathized with her. The heart never plays fair. This won't get you out on my account, I promised. But you have to tell me Tiny Paul's whereabouts. She sighed and gave me the address of the Pacific Heights apartment building.
He lives in a penthouse on the top floor. Just don't tell him I told you.
I thanked her for Paul's address and changed the subject.
Woo!
Nice.
Let's go do that.
We got more shit to do. We got new leads to...
Follow?
Yes.
It doesn't feel good though, right?
Yeah,
Too many syllables.
Yeah, I wanted do as a rhyme. Tiny Paul's apartment. Tiny Paul, when did you become tiny?
I want to know the story, Tiny Paul. But I'm glad you're back.
Okay. Nah.
Good.
Cool.
Paul's building is still new. Sorry, go ahead. This is you.
Paul's building was still new, built only a few years earlier, but it was already a beacon of Pacific Heights, tall and proud above its surroundings. Its crisp vanilla interior was accented with gold, and its elevator was run by an equally immaculate operator. I rode it to the top floor bungalow that belonged to Tiny Paul.
Oh, hey, Paul.
I hope
You
he's
doing
eating
all right?
Doritos. Paul's home was extravagant. Every item adorning the apartment was of high quality, but there was an evident lack of finesse to their combination, as though Paul had simply purchased expensive accoutrements without any thought for design. The couch and chairs had patterned olive colored cushions. Their arms and legs were a gaudy shade of gold, matching the gold of the tables. Here's some
Bottles.
bottles. A cluster of brown glass bottles were on the far table. They were empty. A wrapped bouquet of flowers lay on the table. They were a vibrant yellow. They reminded me of flowers I'd seen earlier, but I couldn't place them at that
Yeah,
moment.
you can. It's from Green's house. Come on. Okay. Be better, Malone.
A bat hung from the rack nailed to the back wall, as did an empty gun holster. Interesting. That's not... Okay.
No. Shoes?
Shoes. Paul's light brown shoes were discarded beside the couch he lay
Okay.
on. Let's do it. Smelling of rubbing alcohol.
Yuck.
Yeah. I said hello. It took a century, but his eyes eventually climbed to meet mine, and he slurred a greeting. I figured a drunk Tiny Paul could be more honest. I thought it was a good time to grill him.
Okay. Flowers? Want to start with flowers?
Yeah.
Well... Yeah.
I noticed the flowers on your ottoman, I said to him. A vibrant yellow, though I didn't peg you as a tulip kind of gal. What?
Well...
He hiccuped.
You hardly got to know me.
Who are they for, Paul?
My mother.
He said with finality. Tiny Paul didn't strike me as a man who would buy a dozen flowers for his mother. He wouldn't tell me who the flowers were for, but I let it go just then.
Okay.
Do we have flowers?
Yeah,
from
get
Greens?
them from, Green's one. Wilting plant. Yeah.
I know a girl who likes flowers like the ones on your table, I said to him. Called green, but she likes yellow flowers. How you figure that? I don't think he liked the way it figured. He stared at me, eyes ablaze. That told me all I needed. Tiny Paul was Fanny Green's admirer.
What are you saying, Malone?
I thought of accusing. Just asking questions.
Yeah.
Just asking questions, I said to him. A detective has to cover all her leads. Paul took a heavy sigh, but in his drunken state, he didn't do much more. I moved to
Okay.
other questions.
Good. We have that fact now.
Yes. And that will help us prove that
Yep.
she didn't love her husband.
Yep. Alright, and she left the flowers there, so that's good.
Had to prove means.
Yeah, let's go ahead and start there.
Nice. You own any guns? I asked. Tiny Paul looked at me with enough irony to kill a horse. Not a single one, Malone. We just... Oh, that's you. I'm sorry. I took away your starring role. I didn't mean to.
This is the single strangest... Ooh, that was a good noise. This is the single strangest split of, voice acting responsibilities we've ever had.
It's
by the way.
very
It's
weird.
very strange.
Well, it's not typically all narration.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I pointed at the empty holster in the room. That strap just hold your slingshot? Paul's deep breath carried more booze than a bootlegger's truck.
Alright, Malone.
He said with the slurred words.
I do carry a gun, but you're backing up the wrong tree. Barking up the wrong tree. Lay off if you know it's good for you.
You don't even know what my gun looks like.
You don't even know what my gun looks like.
Oh, I really didn't know that was him. I'm sorry.
That's alright. Ugh.
Oh, we probably don't know what his gun looks like. But
We could try to present the gun we have.
Yeah?
Be like, this is your gun. He's like, my fucking god, you're amazing. I'm so drunk.
I
Yeah.
described the gun I'd found and how it matched the type gangsters were known to carry. And I don't see your gun around here, I ended. His jaw stiffened.
I keep my gun in that holster, and when I'm not at home, the holster stays on my person or in my jacket.
So where's it now, Paul?
What if I told you I lost it yesterday? How could you disprove that?
I raised an eyebrow. A weak story, Paul.
Weak or not, it's what I'm telling you. What are you gonna do about it?
I thought of accusing.
I don't know.
I'm scared this will just get us the same ending as before.
Yeah. We can try.
I thought of accusing Tiny Paul of killing Green. Accusing someone of murder
No.
was to agitate them. I knew it was not something I could do lightly. They would refuse any further casual chats. But if I was confident that Paul had killed Green, including knowing the means, the motive... Yeah, no.
Yeah. I mean, we technically almost know all three.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean it was Tiny Paul.
Yeah. What is it you want? We still don't know who it is.
What is it you want, Malone?
Paul asked as I stood thinking.
Okay.
I reconsidered any... Okay. Anything else I
Did
want
we
to ask?
do motive?
I don't think so.
So he might have. Because he has all three. Like, he's the obvious suspect. He has the gun. He has the opportunity.
And he has the motive.
So,
Yeah.
like, he's the obvious one.
Was he at the Tin Spoon last night?
Probably he was playing cards.
Yeah, he was playing cards.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to show him? Oh, we shouldn't show him the cards. We promised we wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Opportunity. I don't think we asked that. Green was killed around midnight, I told him. Do you remember anything from then?
After the jazz stopped playing at 10, I went up to the pool room to shoot. I think a whole band came up in. We played cards until early in the morning.
So you were in the Tin Spoon all night, I asked.
After 10...
He nodded.
Oh, I did leave before then. I met with Redstone Stable at 9 o'clock, and then around 5 in the morning. It seemed like he hadn't slept much.
Interesting. You met with Stable, I asked. Why?
I ain't telling you that, sister.
Then why should I believe you at all?
Believe what you want. I was in the pool hall when Green was shot.
Can we contradict that?
I don't think so. Don't.
Okay.
Ask about notes real quick. I want to ask about the doorman. I want as much confirmation as possible that the doorman was right.
Yeah.
I think
That's
it was
a statement,
yeah. Yep.
Green was killed around midnight, I told him. Do you remember anything from then?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Um.
Do you want to... Let's ask about Fanny not being there.
Good call.
In the pool at midnight. Ellis Smith tells me little Fanny was absent from the billiards room at midnight, I told him.
So?
He asked impatiently. So was she?
Malone, when I've got my head down in a poker game, the building could burn to the ground and I wouldn't notice. I know she came up with us and I walked her to the cab after when we left. Otherwise, I don't know who was in the room and out of the billiards room.
Okay. You want to leave?
Yeah.
Go grill Mrs. Green for a bit?
Yep, it's time.
All right. Then you want to start back up next time in her place?
Sure, I think so. I think that was very helpful, actually. Thank you, Tiny Paul.
Bye, Paul.
Bye.
I hope you're not too drunk. Bye. Drink some water. Okay, see you guys tomorrow. Or another day.
Or in a week.
Or in like 5 months.
We'll see.
That's our track record.